There's lots of different types of Minecraft players, sub, not just noob and pros. In fact, many players specialize in a certain task or enjoy a particular play style. This affects not only how they build, but where they hide their bases too. It's time to look at 10 hidden bases for 10 different types of Minecraft player. This server seems to be growing and has a huge variety of player types. Let's do some digging around and see what we can find. Number 1. The Camper Base. Anyone who's played a first-person shooter like Call of Duty or Battlefield knows exactly what a camper is. These are the types of players who hide in plain sight, or in no sight at all. They could be around the corner, in your walls, even in the trees. Campers are notorious for, as the name suggests, camping it out and waiting for a wounded, unsuspecting player to walk on by. Creating a base out of a tree should make for a well-camouflaged and hidden base. Jungle trees are really thick, with overhanging branches and leaves at the top that form canopies. It would be easy to pass one of these trees and not take a second glance at it, but doing so may just reveal a camper's little hideout. Number 2. The Ranger Base. Sometimes fighting players is best done at a distance. Equipping a bow, crossbow, or even a trident is a great way for players to get the upper hand in battle from afar. Some players have really good aim, and some just prefer not getting hit, which is completely understandable. Having a base that represents this is important, as you want to have a high vantage point. Well, what's a great place for vantage? Ah, yes. There's many tall slopes, randomly generating cliff faces, and plenty of areas to tuck away a small little abode, from which you can wait for players exploring the new update to walk by. Then all you need to do is take your shot. They won't know what hit them, but want to know what you at home can hit? The subscribe button. It's right there, and there's basically nothing stopping you from doing it. In fact, subscribing may be even proven to increase your Minecraft proness in some study reports. Or am I just making that up? I'll let you find out by subscribing. Number 3. The Skyblock Base. We all have that one friend who is just addicted to Skyblock. You can't get him off it. Skyblock is a great map, and it's always nice to try it out again every few years. Hypixel recently came out with a really cool Skyblock-type multiplayer game, and there's lots of Skyblock variants on the marketplace. Because of this, Skyblock players have become their own category. Surviving high up in the sky is already difficult, with limited resources. And while you're hidden from many players due to render distance, it's important to include an additional extra hiding spot in case players climb too high. No one would be cruel enough to remove your only Skyblock tree, so under there is a perfect spot. Number 4. The Prankster Base. This is one of the categories you don't have to try that hard to fit into, sub. You're a notorious prankster. So make a house that's hidden with a bunch of traps. It doesn't need to be hidden very well, as the redstone will do all of the talking. Surround the house with some pistons and pressure plates, so that any players that try to walk towards the house get a face full of dirt. Second of all, wire up TNT into the walls of the house, so that even when the player does get to the door, they'll trigger a huge explosion when opening it. Whoops! Probably should have tried going through the back door. Number 5. The Parkour Base. One of the legendary categories of Minecraft player and of Minecraft map is parkour. Jumping from platform to platform, risking your life on the edge of iron bars or ladders. A parkour base is obviously going to use some professional parkour elements to hide their base. And how about inside the parkour course itself? Building up a cylinder with parkour steps going up. Create a closed door that can only be opened by ladder hopping to the top of the block tower and activating a lever. At this point, you're really high up, and only the best parkour experts will avoid falling to their death. and only the smartest will find the lever and open the entrance. Like this video if you think you'd be a good enough player to find and open this hidden entrance. And also like the video if you're any one of these types of Minecraft player. Number 6. The Redstone Baser. Redstoning is an art form, isn't that right, Sub? Sub? No, you're just wiring up TNT. What you should be doing is becoming a master redstoner. Any master would use incredible tactics and mechanics to hide their base. Now that's more like it. A flying machine is perfect for a redstoner. But what does it do? I see there's a cave over there. Place a bunch of pressure plates down and link them up to a door at the end of the cave's tunnel. The idea being you need to build and fly a flying machine at the right point so that you can drop an item on all 3 pressure plates as you go by, thus triggering the door and revealing your hidden base. To any other players, the flying machine will just stop with a piece of obsidian. From there, venturing into the corridor, you can build yourself one final redstone doorway that leads to your greatest treasures. Number 7. The Doomsday Prepper Base. Some people just can't help but think that the world is gonna end. They see signs in everything. Lightning striking your house? World end. Seeing a bunch of zombies? Apocalypse. I mean, hey, I don't blame them. If I saw zombies in real life, I'd probably start prepping for the end as well. Luckily in Minecraft, you can create an underground bunker with ease, using some iron blocks, bars, and a large drop down to bedrock. All you need to do is hide the trapdoor with a green-colored carpet in order to blend it in. See? Seamless. It won't matter how hidden it is anyway, provided the world ends. There won't be many people left to find your base anyway. Meanwhile, you can still be safe and sound from all those plagues, toxins, wars, and nuclear radiation. Smart thinking, Sub. Number 8. The Illusionist Base. There is always a player on your Minecraft server that isn't what you think. On the surface, they may be up to one thing, but secretly, they have an alternative agenda. Let's reverse this and look at how a player could use that to hide their base. If you act mysterious and creepy enough, players will begin to suspect that you're evil. After that, it won't seem too odd if you create a demonic, evil-looking house out of various nether blocks. Make sure to build it in a biome that sees a lot of rain and has a lot of dark areas for mobs to spawn. Not only will this be a deterrent to any players looking for loot, but it also doubles as a distracting illusion. You see, Sub, inside is not the horrific hell you may have expected. Instead, it's layered with bright, vibrant blocks, a place any player would be happy to call home. Number 9. The Noob Base. Of course, we couldn't go through a list of player types without covering this one. I know it's hard to believe it at this point, but believe me, there are still people out there that haven't played Minecraft. Not ever, not once. I know, Sub. Can you believe it? Makes me sick. Because of this, there's always an influx of noobs, especially with updates. This noob is hidden his dirt house, except it's right by a dungeon that he hasn't lit up yet. Oh no. And this noob is made... Oh, what a surprise. Another dirt house. But you realize you're in the desert, noob. But if you ever want to make a farm, you're gonna need a place that has more dirt than what's just on your walls. Let's see what type of noob house you built, Sub. Ah, it's a hole in the ground. How fitting. Maybe let some of these noobs know how to build a proper base in the comments below. What sort of block combinations do you use? They're bound to be better than just dirt. At least I hope so. Number 10. The Defensive Base. While some players will gladly fight their way out of the situation, others prefer to stay on the defensive, making sure to strategize slowly and precisely with each move. If you're a player like that, you may want to consider concealing the entrance to your base with a whole bunch of defenses, rather than just trying to find a hiding spot. These are natural blocks and triggers that will stop mobs. A ring of soul sand will slow any approaching enemies, and a ring of water will cause splashing that you'll be able to hear from somewhere in your base. Large towers will also intimidate approaching players, making them assume you have a lot more power to back up your size. Well, I don't think anyone's gonna be messing with you anytime in the future, sub. We'll see you next time.